Hey, what's up, guys? Kane here with XBLA fans, and I'm going to be bringing you a quick taste of Gorogoa. This is from Annapurna Interactive. It is out now on Xbox One for $14.99. It is Xbox One enhanced, which means you're going to be able to play this game in 4K. It's really beautiful, really pretty hand-drawn visuals. The artist Jason Roberts created thousands of meticulously detailed hand-drawn illustrations to make this game. It really is a unique game. It's something you kind of need to see to kind of truly understand what exactly is happening. So what you're going to do is you have these different panels, and along the way you're going to just kind of click, and you'll have different things you can interact with. Periodically you'll have, you'll need to back out. You'll be able to hit a thing that causes it to visually move, and you can slide them around to different spots. So one of the cool things about it is you can layer the different panels, and the game kind of just teaches you that pretty quickly there, and it tries to let you kind of just figure things out on your own. It's one of those games that can feel a little obtuse at first, and then once you kind of start to get what you're doing, it actually feels incredibly clever, and that's super cool. So like right here, you're just noticing I haven't figured out I need to hit the B button. The game's telling me, it's flashing up on the screen. It's painful for me to watch it because it's just continually like, hey, you can do this. But this is what I mean. It's kind of cool. You've got this thing now that you can kind of motion move, and it's telling a story, and it's one of those stories that's up to a little bit of personal interpretation. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's actually a rather cool game. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I've basically completed the first 2 acts, I believe. You're going to be able to watch me just kind of blindly play this. I had no idea what I was doing. It took me a little bit to find that B button. It's kind of painful, again, like I'm saying, to watch this. But as you continue to play the game, you're going to continue to like just kind of figure out these puzzles. The really cool thing about this game is that pretty much every point you eventually get that kind of like aha moment, and you start to learn mechanics. And as you start to learn those mechanics, you start to be able to use them in unique and different ways. And it's something that's just really cool to see. It's always fun to have a game like that where like as you play and progress, you start to figure out more, and you're able to just kind of use those mechanics to make a even more deep puzzle experience. And it's just really well done game in general. I've been having a lot of fun with this one. I'm looking forward to finishing it myself. What you see is a little bit of what you get here, but like I highly recommend just kind of sticking around and checking this out if you're on the fence. My perspective on this game is that from what I've played, it's just really uniquely clever and really well done. There's just some really cool things here, and it feels a lot, I would say, very different than pretty much anything else I've played, which is something that's super cool to me. The puzzles really are pretty unique and imaginative. You're going to combine them in just completely different and unique ways. And as you progress through the game, stuff that you learn early on is going to help you later on. And you're able to do more and more with them. And that's just super cool. This game really does kind of, push that, question of, can games be art? I mean, I think at this point the answer is pretty clearly a yes. But this game is one of those games that, is a perfect example if you need to talk to someone who, hasn't really kind of come along to that perspective. Because, I mean, it's one of those games that's just visually very attractive. A lot of cool things going on. And the whole time it's pushing this pretty, deep story on the outside that kind of leaves a lot open to your own kind of interpretation on what's going on. You start at this festival, and then all of a sudden you see this kid who's kind of, injured and stuff, and it's just like, what's this even about? I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, so I'm going to kind of just let you, play this yourself, hopefully. I do want to just kind of, let you see a little bit more of the puzzles, just because the design is really that clever, and it's one of those games that I think you're going to, enjoy checking out a little bit here. I want to make sure that I give you guys enough, gameplay footage to kind of, make your own decisions here. But from what I've played, I've had a lot of fun with this game. It's kind of cool the way they hide just kind of hints. So there's different hints in a sense, just in some of the the various artwork and whatnot. And that's just a really clever way of doing things. They just have a lot of different things here that you can kind of slowly figure out, and it'll kind of be like, oh, that's what I need to do. And that's just really, really clever. And like, that's the stuff that I've been having a lot of fun with this game. It's just something completely different to a lot of other games. Like, the concept itself, like, isn't that deep to explain. It's very much a game that what you see is what you get. If you like what you're seeing right now, you're gonna like this game. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but from what I can tell you, it is really, really cool the way they do everything, and I definitely have been having a lot of fun with it. The panels are just honestly really beautiful, and there's a lot of things that they've done well. I think it takes me a little bit to figure out that I need to use that. Yeah, other direction, dude. There you go. But this is what I mean by the puzzles are just super cool, because as you do this, you can kind of just, you know, learn what you need to be doing, and then you can apply it, and it helps you, you know, figure out the next area and figure out what you need to do next. And it's just a really clever design. Like, all of these are just, in essence, very intelligently done. These aren't, you know, obscure, obtuse puzzles where you're just sitting there randomly mashing things, you know, just hoping that something eventually works. Instead, they've actually, you know, designed something that makes sense and is honestly really beautiful and really, really well done. And that's super cool to see. And like I said, like, that little thing right there just kind of gives you a little hint on what you need to be doing. And that's super cool how they've hidden elements in the thing to just kind of give you hints. This isn't a game that you should need a YouTube video to complete. Obviously, if you're one of those people who just wants to breeze through for achievements, this is a very quick game for that. I would highly recommend not doing that personally. But obviously, that's your own decision. If that's how you like to play games, go for it. But I genuinely think that this is incredibly clever design, and it's something that you'll have a lot of fun with if you're willing to spend the time on it. It's not that long a game. My understanding is that if you know what you're doing, you could theoretically complete it within... what is it? I think there's an achievement even for beating it in like 30 minutes or so. Which is kind of cool, but obviously your first time through, if you're not using a guide, you're looking at least an hour of gameplay, if not more. It's just a really, really cool game, and honestly something that is worth your time. At $14.99, obviously that's your decision to make whether or not you think that's you know, worth it yet. But I would definitely suggest that if you're into unique games, if you're into well-designed games, if you're into very artistic games, this is a great one to look at. It's just honestly really cool, really clever. A lot of awesome things being done with this game, and it's worth your time to check it out. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how I solved this one. I remember this one was a little tricky at first, but it's just really, really cool how everything just kind of works. Like, you just kind of have to move things around a little bit and like continue to move in and out of the different puzzles. And that's what's so neat about it, is like you're constantly, you know, seeing these new panels. You're seeing new ways to just kind of, you know, solve something that feels really complex, but at the end of the day, it's just a very simplistic and well done design. And that's super awesome. Alright, I'm gonna like let you guys check out basically the solution to Act 2, and then I'm gonna cut it. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. We're gonna try to do quick tastes for every single indie game that comes out on Xbox One. Obviously, there's a lot of them. Just this week, there's 14 games, something like that. Absolutely bonkers, man. Just a little bit crazy, but like, we love checking out new and unique games, and we're excited about it, and it should be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for supporting this content. We really want to continue to make awesome stuff for you guys. and you guys really do make this possible more than you know. Like, we really, really love these type of games, and it's so awesome for us to be able to continue to do stuff like this. So thank you guys so much for all your support and for checking out these videos. Please do like and share if this is something you enjoyed. And later, guys.